Good evening. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem. I got up here a little late, apparently. By Megan Hopfer, accompanied by the Idaho Brass Quintet. Please remove your hats unless you are in uniform or academic regalia.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets read clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Welcome to the University of Idaho's commencement ceremony honoring our students in Idaho Falls. I am Mark Skinner, Executive Officer for the Idaho Falls Center. Our history is important, and I want to begin by acknowledging that our U of I campus and statewide centers reside on ancestral homelands of 5 federally recognized nations: Coeur d'Alene Tribe, Kootenai Tribe of Idaho, Nez Perce Tribe, the Shoshone-Bannock Tribe of the Fort Hall Reservation, and the Shoshone-Paiute Tribes of the Duck Valley Indian Reservation. We strive to foster collaboration, mutual understanding, and learning that supports tribal priorities in education, economic development, and research. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 19th President of the University of Idaho, C. Scott Green.
Thank you, Dr. Skinner, for opening our commencement ceremony and your excellent leadership here in Southeast Idaho. Students, parents, families, deans, faculty, and honored guests, welcome to the University of Idaho, our state's flagship land-grant institution. At this time, I'd like to introduce the people seated on the stage and in the front row this evening. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Platform party, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Bob Borelli, Faculty Senate Representative and faculty member in the College of Engineering. Jeremy Green, Chief Campus Administrator for Eastern and Southern Idaho, Idaho State University. Lori Barber, President, College of Eastern Idaho. Greg Roach, Academic Vice President, Brigham Young University, Idaho. Susie Long, Dean, College of Engineering. Lindsey Brown, University Registrar. Michael Hall, Chipman Award recipient. Juliet Marshall, Associate Director, Idaho Agricultural Experiment Station. Vicki Sell, Senior Director, Alumni Relations. Tori Lawrence, Provost and Executive Vice President. Emma Redfoot, Commencement Speaker. Mark Skinner, Executive Officer, Idaho Falls Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your distinguished platform party. Please be seated. This is the 131st commencement year for the University of Idaho. More than 135,000 students have earned more than 145,000 degrees since the first graduates walked across our stage in 1896. That tradition continues today. More than 2,400 graduates are joining the ranks of Vandal alumni this spring. The Vandal family is filled with trailblazers and pioneers. We take challenges head on and aren't afraid to explore uncharted territory. I'd like to take a few moments to highlight some examples of your lineage as University of Idaho graduates. Our land-grant mission calls for military training, and we have a rich military tradition. U of I graduate General James Amos from Wendell served in the Marine Corps for 42 years, rising to the top rank of commandant. During his years leading the Corps, Amos focused on working with other military branches and international allies, and he helped modernize the Marine Corps to meet evolving global threats. Lieutenant General Eric Peterson from Boise was commissioned from our own Christman Battalion and rose through the Army ranks to become Director of Force Development for the U.S. Army and served as Deputy Chief of Staff for the G8 in the Pentagon. U.S. Navy veteran Jim McClure from Payette earned his law degree at the U of I before serving 3 terms representing Idaho in the U.S. Senate. And McClure's legacy lives on at the U of I through the McClure Center for Public Policy Research. Kristen Armstrong earned her bachelor's degree in exercise physiology at the U of I before becoming the most decorated U.S. women's cyclist in history. Armstrong won 3 straight Olympic gold medals, 2 world championships, and 6 U.S. championships. University of Idaho alum Frank Schranz from Boise worked for nearly 30 years at Boeing before taking the reins of the company and leading it to new heights. As CEO, he was known for his humility and calm demeanor, as well as his innovation. Schranz led Boeing through a growth market, a recession, and then a restructuring that led to the creation of the 777, one of the most successful commercial planes ever put into service. Sharon Allen grew up in tiny Kimberly, Idaho, with plans to be a teacher. But her roommate at the University of Idaho convinced her to take an accounting class, which sparked a passion that led to her prolific career. In 2003, Allen became the first woman to serve as chairman at Deloitte, the largest professional services network in the world. She now serves on the board of directors for several prominent organizations, including the Bank of America, the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, and the National Board of the YMCA. Sharon and her husband Rich are all amazing supporters of our Vandal family. And among many other contributions, they've endowed the Rich and Sharon Allen Professional Skills Academy in the College of Engineering. John Wellner earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics at the U of I and built a remarkable academic career, serving as a faculty member at the University of Washington for 37 years. He served as co-editor of the Annals of Statistics and he was president of the Institute of Mathematical Statistics. Vandal alum Thomas Mueller, who grew up in St. Mary's, Idaho, is on the cutting edge of space exploration. He was the second employee at SpaceX and designed the Merlin engine that powers the Falcon rocket. Mueller continues to innovate and explore new frontiers in space transportation with his company, Impulse Space. They are the space transportation leaders, and they have plans to soon ferry payloads to Mars. We were honored to induct Rich Allen, John Wellner, and Thomas Mueller into our Hall of Fame just this last week. I have no doubt there are many Vandals wearing regalia here today who will be remembered as leaders, innovators, champions, and maybe even University of Idaho Hall of Famers. As graduates, I encourage you to continue to be curious, continue to learn, and continue to collaborate in ways that uplift others. As you blaze new trails, lean on the Vandal Network to help you chart your path. You may face setbacks, but the grit and determination that led you to this graduation stage have also prepared you for the challenges ahead. Congratulations, and go Vandals! Now, as I look over these graduates, I know that none of you accomplished this on your own. You were supported by friends and family, people you care about, and people who care deeply for you. So, graduates, take a moment to stand, wave, and express your appreciation to those in the audience who supported you along this journey. It's my honor to introduce our commencement speaker this evening, Emma Redfoot. She is the Senior Director of Early Deployments at Oklo, where she works at the intersection of environmental stewardship, nuclear innovation, and energy deployment. She holds a bachelor's degree in environmental studies from Lewis and Clark College and a master's degree in nuclear engineering from the University of Idaho. Today, Emma brings next-generation nuclear power online, contributing to the development of clean, reliable energy systems that support both economic prosperity and long-term environmental sustainability. Please join me in welcoming our 2026 Idaho Falls Commencement Speaker, Emma Redfoot.
Hello, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. When University of Idaho asked me to be your commencement speaker today, my immediate reaction was, why me? What have I done that makes me someone worth sharing some words of wisdom with you all? The main conclusion I came to as I worked on this speech is that I can relate to where you all are at and share what has guided me in the next chapter of life. Standing here today is deeply meaningful to me because I sat where you are sitting not very long ago. I graduated with my master's from the University of Idaho Nuclear Engineering Program in Idaho Falls in 2018, so this program, and it remains one of the things I am proudest of accomplishing. In sharing what words of wisdom I have, I want to begin with pride. Today, before you think about what comes next, before jobs, titles, salaries, relocations, the next degree, or expectations, I hope you take a moment to recognize what you have accomplished. What you did was not easy. Getting a degree is demanding. You committed yourself to difficult work that requires discipline, curiosity, sacrifice, and perseverance. You recovered after failure, which is something you will have to do again and again in life. You challenged yourself intellectually. You kept going when things were hard. You built expertise in a field. That deserves celebration. And I hope somewhere in all that challenge, there was joy too. The joy of wrestling with hard ideas, of finding your people, of realizing what you're capable of, and of discovering what fascinates you. Because fascination is powerful fuel. Protect it. It will carry you farther than obligation ever will. So I was not a traditional nuclear engineering student. My undergraduate degree is in environmental studies. I grew up in Montana, which is similar to here in having beautiful big skies, trees, rivers. My love for nature shaped how I see the world, and it also shaped the questions that have driven me as an adult. How do we protect what is beautiful in this world? How do we create opportunity for people while also being good stewards of the earth? Those questions eventually took me to South America, where I saw something that changed me. Communities rich in talent, resilience, and ingenuity, but often without reliable access to energy. And I realized energy is not just heat or electricity. It means access to clean water, education, healthcare, economic mobility, and basic human opportunity. That experience changed how I thought about environmentalism, and I came to believe that nuclear energy, clean, reliable, scalable nuclear, must be part of the future. That belief brought me here to Idaho Falls. University of Idaho and my major professor, Bob Borelli, took a chance on me. The students, faculty, and staff created opportunities for me I could not have imagined. There's truly nowhere in the world like this place for nuclear technology, like Idaho Falls. Here I learned from scientists, engineers, and mentors. Here I found it not just an education, but something I wanted to commit myself to. And when I graduated, I faced a choice. I had options that were more conventional, more predictable, safer on paper. But when I asked myself what I really wanted to the core, the answer was clear. I wanted to help build reactors. I wanted to be close to the work of creating clean energy from advanced reactors. I wanted my effort to contribute directly to something larger than myself in supporting advanced nuclear power. So I joined a startup called Oklo. It was a risk, and it was absolutely the right choice for me. That brings me to what I most want to leave you with. If you can, if it's an option, choose the thing you deeply want to build over the thing that feels the most comfortable. Choose conviction over convention. Choose meaning over optics. Because work, real work, is one of the most meaningful ways we interact with the world. Khalil Gibran, in my favorite book of poetry, wrote, "Always you've been told that work is a curse and labor a misfortune. But I say to you that when you work, you fulfill a part of Earth's furthest dream assigned to you when the dream was born. And in keeping yourself with labor, you are in truth loving life, and to love life through labor is to be intimate with life's inmost secret." I love that quote because it reminds us that work is not just obligation, it is contribution, it is participation, it is how we leave fingerprints on the future. And I don't mean only paid work. Work can be raising children, volunteering, building community, making art, caring for family, growing food, solving hard problems, teaching, serving, the list goes on and on. But work is any meaningful act of building something good in the world. What this degree inspires and allows you to do is how you will likely serve as a public participant in society. While work is often hard, I urge you to embrace that challenge to help you grow and help move the world in the direction you want to go. Seeing work as only a burden does not allow you to embrace discomfort and surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. I've been fortunate that my professional work aligns deeply with my values. Since joining Oklo in 2018, I have helped progress the development of advanced reactors, including work on the Oklo Aurora nuclear power plant that's just off Highway 20 near the Materials and Fuels Complex. We are now building a nuclear power plant fueled with recycled material from experimental breeder reactor 2, which, scientifically speaking, is extremely cool, and personally speaking, is really still unbelievable to me that I get to be part of it. It is exciting, it is hard, it is deeply meaningful, and one thing I've learned is this: thinking big matters, but big things are built through small things done well. Vision matters, but so does humility, so does persistence, so does taking care of yourself in both the easy and the hard times. So does remaining kind, collaborative, and recognizing the support from teammates along the way. So does answering emails, writing the report, putting the file in the right folder, and showing up prepared for Tuesday's 8 a.m. meeting. Revolutions are built by teams of people who follow through. But beyond what you build, I hope you build lives that feel deeply aligned with who you are. Lives that make you think, I'm glad I spent my brief and precious time here doing that. Celebrate today. Honor what it took to get here, both for you and for the people here present today who supported you to allow you to get here. Think deeply about what you want to contribute, and when opportunity comes, especially the opportunity that scares you a little because it matters so much, be brave enough to choose it. Congratulations, class of 2026. The future is lucky to have you. Let's go, Vandals.
Thank you, Emma, for those inspiring words, and it's an honor to have you with us this evening. I now invite Susie Long, Dean of the College of Engineering, to the podium to present the student awards.
Each year, the University of Idaho recognizes students and faculty for achievements in academic and job performance, service, and promoting excellence within the college and the university. The College of Engineering and the College of Natural Resources would like to recognize 3 Idaho Falls students in particular for their hard work and dedication to engineering and science. Students, please stand as I call your name. The award for Outstanding Senior in Engineering Technology goes to Ashley Lamson. The award for Outstanding Graduate Student in Idaho Falls goes to Elijah Darko. And the award for Outstanding Doctoral Student in Environmental Sciences goes to Kundan Kumar. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. I now invite Provost and Executive Vice President Tori Lawrence to present the Chipman Award.
Good evening. It is my honor to award the Nathan A. Chipman Outstanding Affiliate Faculty Award to Michael Hall. Michael has more than 25 years of experience in the nuclear industry, supporting safety, security, material accountability, and waste management efforts across the U.S. Department of Energy complex. He holds degrees in mathematics and nuclear engineering and serves as the Nuclear Waste Management Integration Manager at the Idaho National Laboratory. For the past decade, he has also taught graduate and undergraduate courses for the University of Idaho, where he is known for bringing clear, practical, real-world insight to the classroom. Beyond his technical and academic work, Michael helped found and lead the Science Education Foundation and its Phenomenal Physics program, developed in cooperation with the University of Idaho, which has provided hands-on scientific experiences to more than 7,500 students. His career reflects a deep commitment to technical excellence, public service, and expanding STEM opportunities throughout the region. Please join me in congratulating Michael. Congratulations. Congratulations, Michael. This is for you. That's your award, and then we're going to take some pictures with you. Oh, goody. Right here. The University of Idaho is committed to the pursuit of excellence. This evening, we recognize the students graduating with special honors. Brian Pendleton is graduating cum laude with distinction. This means that Brian is in the top 10% of his college class. Congratulations, Brian. At this time, we ask, actually, Brian, if you could keep standing, thank you. We also ask members of other honor societies, other honor organizations, veterans, and all others with honor cords, if you would please stand. You have brought distinction to yourselves and to our university through your high achievements as students and as scholars. Tonight, we honor your hard work and commitment to learning, and we look to you for leadership in upholding high standards for yourselves and your peers. Congratulations. And now, the moment we are all here for. We will now begin granting degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. These requirements are set forth by the faculty at the University of Idaho and have been completed through formal study. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present today, as well as upon those who have been duly excused. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the bachelor's degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the undergraduate degree so earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you may be seated. Will the candidates for master's degrees please stand? Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive a master's degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please stand? Each of you has completed rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive a doctoral degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the doctoral degree so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
We will now begin the awarding of doctoral degrees. They will be followed by our master's students and bachelor's students. Students receiving a doctorate tonight are given a doctoral hood, and they will be hooded by their major professor. Marshals, please escort our candidates to the stage.
Arnold Pradhan, Doctor of Philosophy, Nuclear Engineering, Major Professor, Dr. Indrajit Charit. Dissertation title, Correlative Characterization of Secondary Phases and Fission Products present in irradiated microstructure of metallic fuel systems. Kundan Kumar, Doctor of Philosophy, Environmental Science, Major Professor, Dr. Ming Ching. Dissertation title, Sustainability Evaluation of Carbohydrate Recovery from Sugar Beet Pulp Through Hydrothermal Pretreatment. Jonathan Roger Thompson, Doctor of Philosophy, Environmental Science, Major Professor, Dr. Ming Ching. Dissertation title, The Potential Environmental Impact Reduction Using Bio-Based Resources for Hydrogen Production with Nuclear Integration. Kyle Lee Lucky, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science, Major Professor, Dr. Min Shin, hooded by committee member, Dr. Alex Vikansky. Dissertation title, Uncertainty Quantification for Deep Learning. Mamata Adhikari, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Abigail Barker, Master of Science, Leadership and Organizational Development. Ryan Charit, Master of Science, Computer Science. Zachary James Dalton, Master of Science, Cybersecurity. Tristan D. Entz, Master of Science, Chemical Engineering. Ryan David Folk, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Audrey Rayanne Garrett, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Matthew Richard Goriep, Master of Business Administration, General Management. Eric Michael Hartman, Master of Engineering, Engineering Management. Lisa Diane Hawkins, Master of Science, Technology Management. Jonah Hudman, Master of Science, Nuclear Engineering. Arlette Melina Itura Ramirez Gill, Master of Education, Educational Leadership. Adam Keith Jensen, Master of Engineering, Engineering Management. Matthew Kress Wheaton Hagen, Master of Science, Cybersecurity. Michael Edmund Lanier, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Ridge Wolf Moppin, Master of Natural Resources Integrated. Matthew James Smith, Master of Business Administration, General Management. Hunter Allen Squires, Master of Science, Cybersecurity. Kevin Walpole, Master of Engineering, Nuclear Engineering. Kathleen Yvonne Atchley, Bachelor of Science in Recreation, Recreation, Sport, and Tourism Management. Matthew David Campbell, Bachelor of Science, History. Julia Ann Hawker, Bachelor of Science in Agricultural and Life Sciences, Agricultural Science, Communication, and Leadership. Ashley Annette Lamson, Bachelor of Science in Technology, Engineering Technology. Laura Elizabeth Newman, Bachelor of General Studies, General Studies. Brian Pendleton, Bachelor of Science, Organizational Science, cum laude. Carly J. Reed, Bachelor of Science, Psychology.
May I have all the graduates please stand? So you're now graduates, so it's time to move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. And I would like to now invite Vicki Sell, Senior Director of the University of Idaho Alumni Association and Class of 1989, to address our graduates.
Good evening, Vandals. Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as the institution. At this time, would all University of Idaho alumni in the audience and on the platform please stand? Graduates, you are joining an elite and loyal group of individuals, now numbering almost 117,000 strong. They are living and working and making a difference in Idaho, nationally, and around the globe. And now you, too, are a part of the University of Idaho alumni family. Graduates, welcome, congratulations, and go Vandals!
Thank you, Vicki. At this time, I'd like to ask the staff at the Idaho Falls Center to stand and be recognized. Wherever you may be, most of you are already standing because you're working. Thank you. It's the behind-the-scenes planning that you do throughout the year that enables this event to be so successful. So I thank you for your service. Please be seated. Now I wish to acknowledge and commend the faculty. Will our faculty please stand? We appreciate your dedication to our students. You support our students, you give them the tools they need to be successful in their chosen field of study. Your engagement and mentorship elevate the University of Idaho. You are central to our land-grant mission of teaching, discovery, and service. Thank you for all you do for our students and for the University of Idaho. You may be seated. As we conclude our ceremony, please join us in a special University of Idaho tradition, the singing of the Alma Mater. The words are located in 66 of your program. And following the Alma Mater, please allow the platform party to recess and join us afterwards for refreshments. Please stand.
Here we have Idaho, winning her way to fame. Silver and gold in the sunlight blaze, and romance lies in her name. We'll go singing, singing of you, ah, proudly too. All our lives through we'll go singing, singing of you, Alma Mater, our Idaho. We'll go singing, singing of you, all proudly too. All our lives through we'll go singing, singing of you, Alma Mater, our Idaho. Red and silver. Go Vandals, go mighty Vandals, come on and go Vandals, go. Fight on with hearts brave and bold. Foes will fall before your silver and your gold. Be victory, it will not be withheld from thee. So bear down all for Idaho, come on, old Vandals, go. I-D Idaho, Idaho, go, go, go. The victory cannot be withheld from thee. So bear down all for Idaho. Come on, old Vandals.